the matchup we've been waiting for. Conference rivals who don't like each other very much, and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. Welcome to Death Valley, the home field of the Clemson Tigers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on one of the top 5 teams in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Tigers will kick this deep to begin the game. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Shotgun, handoff inside. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
Pressure is coming. They trap him for a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Great swings at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the toss, heads to his right. Into the end zone. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. And that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the BAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner looking to create better field position. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the diving grab there. That was beautiful.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Chris, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And it's a direct snap. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Brown. They'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
So they get nothing on the first down run, brings up 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Well, this running back is very dangerous in the open field as a runner. Here we see him catching the football as a receiver, but the defense does a great job of keeping him short of the first down marker.
Offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. The Tigers will line up to punt it away. And that sets up a return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Breaks free. He's in the clear. Crosses the touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. Looks like Clemson will have the first down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Throws to the tight end. Oh, and it's nearly intercepted, but dropped by an excellent defensive player. He's going to bring up third down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's got it in the open. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27. What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15. Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense. Here comes a throw from the red zone. The screen pass complete to the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. And the Tigers come to the line in a hurry up. Send the back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Klubnik.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. Now play number 9 on this drive. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Boy, that is a tough one not to hang on to on third down and goal, but a good job by the defense to get there and knock it loose.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. And that one straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And they'll give it to the back. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab behind the line. It's low. They bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Love a corner who has zero fear and just puts his face in the fan when making a tackle. Touch passes like this are the play, and it makes a nice play to get that tackle for a loss.
Dropping back. It's Klubnik. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. Make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13.
Boy, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Toss play, running right. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out on the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking to throw here. Grab behind the line. It's Landon. Tackle down at to 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early.
He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
BAT puts him up 3. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. First play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the offensive coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
The receiver grabs it, and the game just good enough for a first down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. The pass rush closing in. And it's caught inside the 15, still running. And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. So the offense obviously declines that penalty on the defense, and the touchdown will stand. Extra point makes the lead 4. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They were effective in the first half, but the way their defense is playing, they had better keep scoring here today to stay close. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And there's the handoff. Looks like Clemson will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
This offense is rolling at the moment. It's first down and 10. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, hit the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. And the completion made. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Looking to throw yet again. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. The play moves the ball across midfield, and he set it with a first down at the 41.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
On the ground, it's Randall. Finds room at the 30. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. The Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And now the running back's got it again. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The offense threatening now, first and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson! And they jump on top here in the second half.
Boy, this guy can do it all. Whether it's the ability to be elusive and bounce to the outside in space, run over top of defenders, that's now 3 touchdowns in this game alone.
PAT puts them up 3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Delivers quickly to the left side. With the catch, it's Pauling. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They always seem to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman. Rocket. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11.
You know, I would have thought they might have taken a break after this sack that they've given up. But here they are, ready to go again at the line of scrimmage.
Look to throw it here on 2nd down. Let's it fly to the wideout. The sure hands. It's Pauling. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the pick will set the offense at the 35.
Oh, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Using his legs, it's Davidson. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Same tailback, another carry. And the defense smothers him for no gain. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
And the Tigers will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And they got the returner corralled. So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep to the right side. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Yeah, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Quick throw to his receiver. Wide open downfield. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Makes the catch downfield. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First and goal, handoff. Stop there for no gain, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal.
Defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Makes a quick grab. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion.
All right, it's a completed pass, but not enough to get the ball into the end zone, so you got a 4th down, trailing by 3. To me, Chris, a real pivotal point in this game. Does the coach kick the field goal for the tie, or does he go for it to take the lead, potentially, by scoring the touchdown? Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? They're going to run it here. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game. You got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line. Run that running back. Make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Leaning on the run game here. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Another incompletion would be ideal for this defense. Big play now, 3rd and 10. Coming back, it's Klubnik. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
Toss play to the outside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Didn't expect to lose 4 in the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And the defense wraps him up.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
Offense choosing to go for it here on 4th down. Inside the 35. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here, and they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. You talk about confidence booster going forward.
We reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. He finds the running back in the flat. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. That's caught. It's Moore. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as you come up on 2nd down. Motion from the receiver. Out pass on the jet sweep. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. And the wideout goes in motion. The throw, it's Klubnik. Snags a quick throw. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 29 seconds left. down out-trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
After extending the lead with a field goal, they'll kick it off now, trying to make the offense go a long way to win it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. And the returner is brought down. First play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking deep for late-game heroics. And it's hauled in way downfield. Look out, he's loose. Inside the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
What composure by this offense to now score with under 15 seconds to go to tie this game up. An extra point gives them the lead and potentially the victory.
The kick is up and good. They've got the lead now in the final seconds. Can the defense hang on? The kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Just take a knee here, trying to preserve as much time as possible. They'll start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for a late deep throw. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Well, you got one final shot still. I don't know if he can get it all the way to the end zone. Hey, but miracles can happen.
Again on 2nd and 10. Bringing pressure. Oh, and they've got him. A sack to end the game. Protection breaks down, and the defense wins it on the final play. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.